these are several reptile businesses or product companies that you guys can actually trust. So we're just going to go ahead and actually discuss the very first one for you. So yeah, the first product you guys, or business I actually do recommend right off the bat is Zoom Med Laboratories. And these guys have been in business as long as I can remember. Probably like 50 years now at least, something like that. And these products, whether if it's like these dome lamps or light bulbs or enclosures or even other decoration stuff, you guys, they literally outstand me, you guys. They seriously do. And it's just amazing what the design of their enclosures are. They literally can look realistic in many ways. And if you guys are ever interested in actually getting an enclosure for your reptile, whether if it's like a little like leopard gecko or a ball python, Zoom Med enclosures are probably one of the few businesses out there that makes product enclosures and cages. Probably is definitely one of those up there. So, and really it's just amazing how much they come a long way. The only downside is that some of their enclosures can be a little bit expensive, but that's because the reason they're expensive is because they actually do very well. They seriously do so great, you guys. And many reptile lovers like me can't get enough of their products. So Zoom Med Laboratories, you guys, right off the bat is definitely one that I personally also myself do recommend. And I've had so much good stuff happen when it came to their products, whether, like I said, if it's like dome lamps, light bulbs, or even just enclosures in general. So, but yeah, Zoom Med, they have done so good for these last like 4 or 5 decades. Okay, so last night I was going to grab a shower, and I come right up to my bathroom door. You know, I try to open it like I have done countless times before, and as I'm turning the doorknob, well, this happened. Yeah, this was from last night, you guys. When I was turning the doorknob to open the door, the doorknob broke off. I don't recall ever that happening to me before, so, I mean, when I put it back in, I mean, it can turn it. The only problem is that the doorknob is basically still broke. So I did let my mom know about it yesterday, so not exactly sure when we're gonna get some new doorknobs, because these doorknobs literally have been here since we literally bought this house like 10-11 years ago. So, and Bentley, you're not supposed to be in the kitchen, you know that. Didn't we tell you that? Mm-hmm. He's giving me that guilty look. Yeah, you know better. Can't be in the kitchen. Alright. Yep, guilty as charged, I guess, so stay out of the kitchen next time, bud. But like I was saying is, you guys, yeah, these doorknobs, we've had them for like a decade now, so I think my mom and her boyfriend are going to go ahead and look for some new ones shortly, but who knows when they're going to get them. But nonetheless, this is just something that's never happened to me before, but I don't know. Hopefully it doesn't happen again, though. Okay guys, so as I'm actually just trying to record like a B-roll shot of Ellie's enclosure here, I actually decided to go ahead and actually, you know what, I noticed something out of the corner of my eye as I was recording, and I noticed it inside Tyson's tub here, and sure enough, he actually shed his skin, and I didn't even realize he was actually in blue at all. So, and I guess that would make sense the other day when he didn't want to eat, so, because he was getting ready to shed. But yeah, that's actually pretty cool, so now it all makes sense why he wasn't hungry. But that's really cool though. Finally got him another shed skin, you guys. And like I said, I was not expecting that, so. But yeah, that's really good though. He got it all off in one whole piece, so. But I think the next time we offer him food, I'm sure he'll definitely be hungry for sure. So like Zoom Med, you guys, another brand that I really do like, and it's also another really great production company, you guys, is Exoterra. And Exoterra, believe it or not, has done also some really unique stuff. As a matter of fact, if it's true, I did hear a theory that both Exoterra and whoa, okay, that was weird. But what I was trying to say was I'm pretty sure both Exoterra and Zoom Med are owned by the same person, you know, because it it obviously kind of makes sense, you know, because the products that are created by both Zoomed and Exoterra are very similar looking. They very, very well are. You know, obviously you got these glass screen doors that you can literally swing open. I mean, you can literally do that with some of these, like, vertical terrariums with Zoomed's enclosures too. And they also have these little locks on here too. But also Zoomed kind of makes some other products, like some of these water bowls. Well, this water bowl is not made by Exoterra, but this little cave here for Ellie is made by Exoterra. And here, in both Tyson and Van Halen's water bowls dishes, they are also made by these bowls that they have are made by Exoterra. So, and they are really, really great designs, almost naturalistic looking, like what you would see in the wild. So it's really, really cool. And obviously, this water bowl that my girl Ariel has is made by Zoomed, and the one that Lucy has is also made by Zoomed. But yeah, there is the potential. I would not be surprised if both of these companies were owned by the same guy. So, but let me know if that's true or not. So, but yeah, the product made by both of these companies is so awesome, and they have so many great reviews on it. So, both of these companies I do highly recommend. Okay, so now it's time to get into some of the other business stuff. You know, like mostly reptile breeders, and obviously there's so much controversy from depending on the type of breeder that most people buy an animal from, and there are some out there that I do trust, and there's a few that I don't really trust. I'm not going to say their names of the ones that I don't trust at all, because obviously they're probably going to make a video about it if I said their names. So, but I think I'm going to go ahead and just jump right off the bat on one of the few ones that I do like, you guys, is Snakes at Sunset. Snakes at Sunset, you guys, and everybody that has purchased, whether it's a snake or a leopard gecko, there's a good chance they probably purchased them from Snakes at Sunset, you guys, because Snakes at Sunset has been really in the reptile breeding business now for at least 20 years, and they're located around the outskirts of Miami, Florida, and they are open to the public too, by the way. So I've never really seen the facility, but the products of the animals that they sell, it's really amazing. It really is. And the star rating reviews on a majority of the animals that they've sold are really high, ranging from like 4 or 5 stars for most of them, you know. So, and it's very, I've hardly read any, there's been hardly any bad reviews about Snakes at Sunset, you guys. And I can totally see why, because obviously the main reason is because these guys don't really care about money. They don't. They obviously care about the safety and the health of the animal that they're selling, you know, because obviously for anybody that's trying to buy a reptile from a breeder, you know, they always want to make sure that animal is perfectly healthy, 100% sure, and not having any neurological health issues. Because if there was any of those things inside the animal that was sold to them, there's a pretty good chance that's going to be pretty bad, you know, for the business, you know, and that's kind of bad for the reptile hobby too. So it's obviously extremely important to make sure the animal that you are selling is not only healthy, but make sure it's having a stable diet and making sure that it is eating well and staying hydrated, and make sure the temperature and humidity is right. And of course the bedding too as well. So, but yeah, with that said though, overall Snakes at Sunset is definitely probably one of the great breeding businesses that I do recommend buying a certain reptile from. Okay, so this next one I actually kind of know personally, and I've been following them for literally several years now, and obviously this next one, you guys, everyone has heard of, you know, and it's been in business now for like 20-something years, 30 years, I think, something like that. And obviously this one, you guys, is pretty awesome. That would be BHB Reptiles. And literally the owner, you guys ever wondered what BHB actually stood for? It stood for Brian Barczyk's initials, Brian Henry Barczyk. And he has been in business, been breeding reptiles literally since like the early 90s. And he is definitely one of those people that really a lot of people look up to. Especially whether if it comes to breeding or like need some like reptile info, you know, like care guides and all that kind of stuff. Obviously BHB has gotten also, kind of like Snakes like Sunset, BHB has gotten a monster amount of good reviews. And, oh, Pete, what is that? I have no idea what kind of fly that was, but back to what I was trying to say here is a majority of the reviews, you guys, from BHB are very, very well received, and I've hardly seen any bad reviews on it. And And not only does Brian run BHB, but he also runs the Reptarium, which I've been actually down there a couple times in person, and it is totally a wicked event, you guys. So, but nonetheless, though, definitely a BHB. They definitely do great stuff. But also one of the things they also do care for, it's kind of like Snakes Like at Sunset, they care about the health and safety of the animal before they ship it and during shipping and by the time it arrives, because obviously, you know, they want to make sure nothing goes wrong with the animal whatsoever. And I think that might be a horsefly, I think that's flying around me, you guys, and they are not friendly. So nonetheless, they really do care about their stuff. So BHB reptiles, I definitely do recommend them also on the money as well. Okay, so this last one, it's definitely one that anybody that's in the reptile world, they definitely know this young couple, Emily and Ed from Snake Discovery. These guys literally have done so much homework on reptiles for a great number of years as well. And I have seen a lot of their content on YouTube too, and they've done a great job. Not only are they great at taking care of each of the reptiles they own, whether if it's rex or alligator, some of their bearded dragons, their boas, ball pythons, corn snakes, etc., etc., etc. So these guys literally also run a reptile zoo as well, but also have sort of breed a few of their reptiles as well. But they also have a section in their zoo where they actually put out some reptiles up for adoption. And to really, that's just so cool. So, I got really nothing bad to say about Emily and Ed from Snake Discovery at all. So, but yeah, they actually seem to know pretty much what they're doing, like 24/7. Boys and girls, that is going to go ahead and just conclude this actual, like my recommendations or in my opinions on like certain reptile, whether it's like breeding businesses or reptile supply products that I really do recommend, you guys. So, let me know what you guys think in the comments below and tell me which one do you guys actually really trust and do recommend. So, because there might be a few out there that I probably have forgotten to put in this video, but there might be a few of them out there that I've never heard of and that I think I should give it a try. So, but let me know what your guys' thoughts are in the comments below. So, nonetheless, gonna go ahead and end this video here for the night. I promise I'll see y'all in the next one.